Of all the things Xehanort may be remembered for in the Dark Seeker Saga, one of the things we should probably consider is his sense of style. While the overall evolution of Xehanort's style involves more subtle changes, there's still quite a bit that changes over time that really illustrates Xehanort's growth from a curious and pragmatic student to a master of darkness. Even Xehanort's shift from having a medium length hairstyle to eventually going bald highlights just how much his resolve may have changed him over time. So I want to explore the full evolution of Xehanort's outfits and hairstyles up to Kingdom Hearts 3 at the time of this recording. Welcome back, y'all. This is your girl Empowered Muse, and today we're going to discuss the evolution of Xehanort's main outfits from Kingdom Hearts Union Cross Dark Road to Kingdom Hearts 3 chronologically. Additionally, I wanted to explore what each of Xehanort's counterparts' main outfits represent about his overall evolution. This will obviously include the young Terra Xehanort who worked in Ansem's lab in Radiant Garden, Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, and Xemnas. So this video is a continuation of a series I'm doing that analyzes different Kingdom Hearts fashion pieces, as well as the evolutions of some of our main characters' outfits from the beginning of the Kingdom Hearts series, or towards the beginning of their lives, up to Kingdom Hearts 3 and beyond. If we were to study Xehanort's fashion chronologically, we'd start at his childhood, where he was being watched over by an elder caretaker, who we now know as Claire from Union Cross. So we see Kid Xehanort with a really simple outfit of a white button-up shirt, black shorts, and white shoes. Additionally, it seems that while this Xehanort's hair is pretty short, it's very much pretty well groomed, which signifies that the elder player took pretty good care of Xehanort when he was a kid. With this being the first chronological outfit where we fully see Xehanort, it's a reminder that even someone like Xehanort seemed to have a pretty simple and innocent beginning. As Xehanort grew into a young teenager, we see his outfit shift to a white button-up shirt with black trim around the midsection, and a black collared vest, grayish black pants, black boots, and black armbands. And I think this choice for Xehanort sort of foreshadows his eventual allure and descent into darkness. We even see this sort of foreshadowing in the CGI rendering of a young Xehanort seemingly wearing the same outfit in Birth by Sleep, first in a flashback before the older Xehanort brought Ventus to the Destiny Islands, and again when Terra envisioned him in place of Riku on the Destiny Islands.
This world is just too small.
So it seems that even early on, Xehanort's outfit reflected this sort of contrarian nature. So as Xehanort goes through the events of Dark Road, we see a subtle but important shift in his outfit's evolution. We now see Xehanort wearing a fully black shirt with black straps crossing the front to form an X, black pants, black boots, black armbands, and a black robe with dark red and gold trim. This outfit seems to really be the starter that leads to his final outfit that we see later in the series, and it has some of the same elements and trim in his more mature outfit. And I think this was probably designed that way on purpose, since we do see Xehanort as an old man in the Kingdom Hearts series before we see his younger version if we're playing the games in release order. And the only subtle change we see throughout Xehanort's growth in Dark Road before he leaves Scala at Kylum is that his hair grows a bit longer and outward. So I think Xehanort's outfit in Dark Road while he's a student in Scala at Kylum is basically the beginning of him realizing and even embracing his ties to darkness. So because we're analyzing Xehanort's fashion in chronological order as opposed to the game's release order, we're going to look at his attire while under Ansem the Wise's apprenticeship. Of course, this technically takes place after the events of Birth by Sleep, in which the older Xehanort actually takes over Terra's body, so the person we're seeing as Ansem the Wise's apprentice is actually Terra Xehanort after he was found by Ansem and his team in Radiant Garden. So Xehanort's main attire during this time appeared to be a lab coat worn over what seems to be a gray sweater or a sweater vest with a purple ascot and black boots. Of course, Xehanort's hair is basically Terra's hair turned white and maybe a little longer, but the main standout of this outfit is the purple ascot, which is actually an interesting choice since it's a departure from Xehanort's main color palette of black, white, red, and gold. However, it's hard to say that Xehanort's purple ascot really holds any significant meaning, although if I were to guess, perhaps it symbolized a connection to Aqua, since this is Xehanort's heart in Terra's body. So in that sense, there are parts of Terra at the time still fighting for some semblance of control, and we see small yet significant flashes of this, like when Xemnas later visits the basement in the lab to talk to Aqua's armor, and when Terra tries to contact Aqua in the Realm of Darkness. But Xehanort's apprentice outfits overall reflects his willingness to take orders from someone like Ansem the Wise, but still showing signs of pretty bold impatience to go further in these experiments Ansem held over the years, which could also be symbolized by the bold purple ascot. By the time we play Kingdom Hearts 1, we actually don't see who we now know as the old man Xehanort, but rather we see a heartless version of him who calls himself Ansem, Seeker of Darkness. Well, first we see a lump in a brown robe, and then we see Ansem, Seeker of Darkness. So this form of Xehanort actually embodies a lot of Xehanort's true palette, perhaps due to the overwhelming presence and embodiment of darkness at this point. Ansem, Seeker of Darkness is seen wearing a dark, more regal-like robe with gold trim, a white deep v-neck that exposes his chest, white gloves, black pants, and black boots. Additionally, Ansem's hair is still white but a lot longer, about mid-back length at this point. It seems from this choice of attire that Xehanort's heartless form Ansem believed in his own supremacy and embodying the power of darkness. Moreover, the choice in wearing a white deep v-neck as opposed to his usual collared shirt symbolized a lack of restraint, as this form fully embraced darkness from Kingdom Hearts 1 up to Kingdom Hearts 3. I do believe purely from the outfit and actions that Ansem, Seeker of Darkness embodied more of Xehanort than of Terra, since this form occurred after Xehanort's takeover of Terra's body. And we soon see another form of Xehanort starting in Kingdom Hearts 2, which is Xemnas. Because Xemnas is the leader of Organization 13, it was likely his idea, or at least his eventual idea, to don the black coat that's become synonymous with Organization 13, as well as have all of the organization members wear it. This choice in wearing and mandating everyone else to wear the black coat symbolizes more of Xemnas' detachment and uniformity, as well as a lack of personal identity. However, this choice basically mirrors his existence as a nobody, or at least what he believes nobodies to be, having no hearts and therefore no identity. Additionally, Xemnas appears to keep his white hair at a similar length to Ansem, Seeker of Darkness. However, Xemnas' hair is a lot more spiked, which may indicate that perhaps more of Terra's latent personality is within Xemnas, especially considering again it was Xemnas who would steal away to the lab's basement to chat with Aqua's armor. And so now we get to the point where we see Xehanort in his most current form, which is basically the Elder Master Xehanort's outfit from Birth by Sleep all the way to Kingdom Hearts 3. As Master Xehanort, his clothing has become darker and more authoritative as he's traded out gold trimming for dark red, white, and silver trimming. Xehanort's form as a Keyblade Master of Darkness really embodies his total control over darkness at this point. And while his outfit does feel more restrained and not as regal-like and flashy as his heartless counterpart Ansem, I think it does exhibit just how much he's experienced and learned over time and carried with him, as his coat combines the high-collared silhouette that he's worn since he was a young teenager, as well as the black tones that have always been a part of his fashion palette. Yet, despite being essentially a Master of Darkness at this point, Xehanort's choice in wearing a white shirt and white gauntlet gloves, while also having silverish gray trims in his coat and boots, may suggest that, even up to the end of Kingdom Hearts 3, he still carried the belief that his actions served a higher purpose, which he fully admits after the final battle in Kingdom Hearts 3.
But the first light, the light of Kingdom Hearts, it can give us a new start.
Interestingly enough, Xehanort's full outfit as a Keyblade Master really signals just how much power and control over darkness he had by the time he became an old man, which is exactly what the Master of Masters alluded to when he spoke to him in the Keyblade Graveyard as Xehanort was completing his Mark of Mastery exam. The black coat only became a necessity in certain moments, but as Xehanort got older and more experienced with darkness, he no longer needed the black coat as a conduit to travel through and harness darkness. Of course, we'd be remiss if we didn't discuss his major hairstyle shift as an elder Keyblade Master. Xehanort shaving his hair to become fully bald signals his full transition from a curious and questioning youth to a hardened, calculated master. The loss of his hair can also symbolize the full shedding of his innocence by this point, as well as a personal transformation into someone who's devoted to his ideology of how and why darkness should be used to wipe the slate and begin in a new light. So as Sora faces Xehanort at the apex of Kingdom Hearts 3, Xehanort's outfit reflects not only his mastery and sense of being greatly battle-tested, but it also reflects his last stand in using darkness to create his vision of the world. Xehanort's fashion over his life represents a shift from an inquisitive student desperate to broaden his horizons to a master embracing a more authoritarian philosophy. With his outfits increasingly embracing black, silver, and red, we can easily see how his fashion evolution within this color palette symbolized Xehanort's embrace of darkness. This was even reflected in his Heartless and Nobody counterparts of Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, and Xemnas respectively. Additionally, the increasing formality and heaviness of his outfits symbolized the weight of his philosophy that he likely carried over time. But I want to hear from you, so let me know what you think about Xehanort's outfit evolution in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this video, and like I said, I'm really excited to work on this new series, so be sure to share this video with anyone who may be interested in exploring a deeper level and understanding some of our favorite Kingdom Hearts characters. If you want to explore some more Kingdom Hearts theories, I'll be linking another Kingdom Hearts theory video here in the end screen. And as always, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel if you enjoyed this video and want to watch more Kingdom Hearts content. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you next time.